Well, my name is Russ Sherrick. I was born and raised on the Patuxent Naval Air Station, Patuxent River, Maryland. And so I don't consider myself really from anywhere. And I've lived in many, many different states, visited all of them, and just been blessed in an opportunity to travel quite a bit in my life. Well, I've hunted for many years of my life. I don't come from a hunting tradition, but I began hunting on my own quite young. But I never waterfowl hunted till I met my wife. And to be honest, she's the one that got me started in waterfowl hunting because she was big into it.
We started working with Peterson Outdoors when we formed Living Loud Outdoors. About 5 years ago, Peterson Outdoors does specifically work with wounded warriors or physically challenged or even disadvantaged youth. The coolest part about working either with a wounded warrior or a physically challenged is the fact that you're getting them back out into an element that they can't do on a normal circumstance. Maybe they can't do themselves anymore, whether they be amputees or just physically challenged enough they can't get in the field on their own. Be able to work with a ministry or a source that provides that element to get them back out into the outdoors and to see the changes that take place in them as they get to encounter the outdoors again, either for the first time or something that they've missed for a long period of time. It's a life-changing event.
In 1991, when I met my wife and we got married, she started me on the path to waterfowl hunting. And the area that I was born and raised has a huge tradition of waterfowl hunting. The Virginia coastline, Chesapeake Bay area, eastern Maryland, tremendous waterfowl hunting and opportunities there. But in 2010, I began to have problems with my legs, and in fact, they were dying. And the only way they could save my life was to take my legs. So when they did that, it put a tremendous squash on my ability to function in the outdoors and to get around well, because I'm missing both legs. And so I couldn't get in boats. Most blinds I couldn't get in. Field blinds I couldn't get into and out of because most of them were in ground. I couldn't get out on the water blinds because I couldn't get into a boat or out of a boat to get into the blind. So until I came to a point where someone had a shore blind with easy access, I was pretty much dead in the water.
One of the biggest challenges is facility. Having a facility that allows us, especially a wheelchair or an amputee, something that's stable enough to get them into, whether it be waterfowling, deer hunting, whatever it is, having a facility or a place that you can get them to safely and keep them safe while they're there, that becomes a big challenge.
If I can get close to the blind, and we now have a shore blind access on Chandler Lake in Chandler, Oklahoma, which allows me to drive up to the blind, and then with my walker, I can get inside and get seated, and I'm good to go for the rest of the day.
So what improvements could we do on those particular blinds that would even further facilitate your accessibility?
I still need help getting into the blind somewhat because it's very rough. It's not improved land, high grasses, it's kind of lumpy, soft in areas. So if you've got a more solid access, anywhere from hard dirt to a board type of flooring, then it would make it a little easier. Also, the closer we can get to the blind, the easier. I don't know too many other waterfowlers in Oklahoma since I'm not originally from there, but that gives me that opportunity for fellowship, and also the fact that they're getting ready to develop and build some blinds that give access for people with disabilities is going to give me many, many more hunting opportunities than I have now. And the thing I like about it is they're going to build floating blinds, which is going to get me out into the birds. It's a lot easier, I think, than it is being stuck on shore.
I think that ultimately for any of us, whether you're working with an organization or just doing something individually, to utilize the outdoors as a platform to share our faith and to share our time with someone who can't do it on their own. It's just it just brings such a union with people, and it's such a satisfying event to me personally to feel like I've done something, I've given something back, especially to a wounded warrior or someone who has given something and sacrificed something of themselves. For me, to be able to give back to them and to watch that reaction and respond to that is really a neat